Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming. How are all of you doing today, Dread Knights? We're going to be playing Vampire Survivors today. It seems like YouTube finally decided to behave itself. Yesterday we had a little bit of issues, but it wasn't really my end. It was YouTube end. I had to actually contact YouTube to notify YouTube that their servers, at least on the East Coast, were all messed up. And at first they were like, no, it's not. It's got to be your internet, Dread. And you know what ended up happening? It was their servers. It was their servers. So it seems to be fixed now, which is great. So today we're going to play Vampire Survivors. I have some announcements that I already made technically on the YouTube channel already, as well as social media. I'll make those announcements again as we get very close to the end of the stream. I'm going to try to go for a little bit longer today to try to make up for things, but I make no promises because it really depends on how my voice holds up, because you don't really realize this sometimes, but as streamers, sometimes we kind of really destroy our vocal cords by talking nonstop for many months and years and stuff. I've been doing this 5 years, so I get, like, voice fatigued, if that makes sense. Good evening, there, Big. Yeah, hopefully today it will be, knock on wood, everything so far is... It's so far, so good. You know, it was a YouTube thing yesterday, but we'll see, you know. Hope for the best, expect the worst, you know. We'll set expectations. We're going to be playing the Ante Chamber DLC, or in the Ante Chamber DLC, which is part of Balatro, I think that's how you pronounce it, DLC, which is part of the free DLC. I also have unlocked all the characters, because I have all the DLC in this game, so I did finish Ode to Castlevania 2.0, outside of, like, the exception of one skin that I haven't earned just yet, because I have to go for Adventure Mode, which is going to take a long time. I don't really care for Adventure Mode, but I'm going to do it just so I can have, like, the reskin. So we're going to start with Jimbo. Yesterday, I did win the run, even though you guys didn't get to see it, which was unfortunate. It was a difficult run. We're gonna feature mostly today the same difficult stages, just to kind of, like, you know, mitigate stuff. Alright, we're gonna start with the Arcana card. I'm gonna grab the Revives, because the Revives are gonna be very important for this. Now, just like Balatro, how do you pronounce it? I don't know. But you get cards that you can pick, and everything kind of gives you, like, pluses and minuses. So we're going to pick the safest one right now, even though a 3-star one's kind of good. Recovery, health, move speed, I think I'm going to take this because it's a 3-star, and hopefully that'll be what we need. The one problem with the Balatro characters is the fact that they burn through gold coins with their actual unique weapons until they get, like, upgraded. So we're gonna have to try to figure out to mitigate it. I'm not gonna get Pentagram. Ideally, the best setup that we can go for, I might take Gross Michael, because that's actually kind of useful. I'd stuff with area effect damage, like King's Bible. We'll take that because that'll just help power up. Stuff that'll give us, like, you know, a projectile to use. Another thing that we definitely need, faster cooldown would be useful, but not right now. Santa Water would be great, but not right. Santa Water, we're going to take Santa Water, because it's almost certain that the next thing we're going to go for... Let me reroll. I'm looking for specific things that we haven't gotten in this build yet. 7 rerolls left. Let's get Spinach, because I'm going to need the extra attack here, because that's going to be very important if we want to continue this. If the game is too loud, let me know. If the game's too low, let me know, because all these things, you know... For me, it's a little bit low, but it should be pretty loud for you guys. King's Bible, perfect. Now I need the Attract Orb, and on top of Attract Orb, something else I would be looking for is the Clover Leaf, which you didn't get here, but I'm going to increase this. Also, Candelabra would be very useful in this particular situation as well. Let's see, reroll. I don't need 9, reroll. I'm not getting really great rerolls here. Just kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's see if we can push a little bit so I can get myself near something that would at least spawn chickens at the moment. Let's go Inferno Latro. I guess that's how you pronounce that. These new weapons are interesting. I like the banana one. I just don't really like this here, the Inferno Latro. It's kind of a little bit weak sauce. Okay, let's do this anyway. Let's get this. This will give me an extra reroll when you grab that dice, for those of you who don't know. Let's see. We're going to grab the Spinach here. Again, to increase our attack, so that way we have attack buffs. The one thing you have to be very careful with in this particular stage is anytime that you grab, like, some of the extra cards, they increase modifiers, so you get, like, a lot of buffs, but you also get some nerfs that can make it very difficult for you to finish a run. Inferno Latro will go again here with this. Ideally, I need some of my passives to kick in, which haven't actually got in on the skill tree yet in our level ups. I'm not gonna do Gross Michael, I'm gonna do some rerolls here. See if we can get kind of lucky. Laurel could be useful, but I really don't want to go for that build. There we go, Attract Orb. That's one half of the solution. That way we can get orbs a little bit quicker to us. You know, that way we don't have to walk so far to get them, and they'll just get attracted to us. Okay, sweet. Let's take care of these guys. They're pretty good. How is everybody's day, by the way? How's everybody been lately? Are you doing good? Are you doing well? How is work treating you if you're working? How is school treating you if you're in school? And if you're not in school or work and you're just, you know, at home doing your thing? How is that treating you as well? Because I understand not everybody, you know, we're living in some interesting times now. The economy and everything. But I definitely understand if people are down and out of their luck. And for those people, I hope I'm able to entertain you somehow and make your day a little bit better. Because that's what I try to do here on the channel. I've always tried to do that. Like, I've always said that if I can entertain, even if it's one person, make their day better, I feel like my job is basically done in retrospect. We got the chicken. I'm gonna have to lock in here, because this enemy wave is getting pretty intense. And I don't really have, like, a good exit strategy here, so let's see if I can get myself towards the corner. And just kind of chill and vibe this way. Okay, I'm gonna invest more in the King's Bible because I need this area of effect damage just to play the keep away game here. I'm gonna grab the chest here because I kind of need it right now. And I just kind of make a push somewhere further down. Because these guys are kind of swarming us. And it's not necessarily great. Let's get that at 9. I'm trying to get to this candle thing you see here, that torch, because that'll help generate a chicken, which we need to be able to replenish our health. I'm gonna go with the Attract Orb. That way I don't have to walk so far to get the orbs. I walked into the chest there. Necessarily, I would have waited a while, but since I walked into it, I have no choice but to take, obviously, the upgrade path. And again, we'll just play the keep away game. Alright, so here, what I'm gonna do is, it's very tempting to take the Attract Orb, but I'm gonna take the Outer Saboteur, because I need that to get maxed out in order to use the upgrade path for this particular weapon that I'm using, which is our main weapon that Jimbo gets. Jimbo, for those of you who do play Elatro, is he like the main character of that game? I've never actually played Elatro. I've never, and I guess I can probably tell because I'm like butchering probably the name of the game itself. I've heard things about it. It's supposed to be what, like a card type of game, right? Like a poker type? Well, I don't want to say poker because let me be careful. I don't know if any of you heard, but maybe some of you are watching Maid Mint Fantoma. I don't personally really watch her because I don't really watch a lot of VTuber streams anymore. But she apparently was playing Cloverpit, which is a game that looks interesting. I've seen Randon Nureg play it every once in a while. I think he played it not too long ago. And it looks like an interesting game that's about, like, slots and stuff, and apparently her channel got hit by, like, the YouTube AI because it felt like she was doing Gamba on stream, which was kind of weird. So, like, they had to, YouTube even had to go in there and be like, no, this was a BS thing, and overturn it. It was kind of interesting. I was surprised to hear about that. So, I'm kind of cautious with the words I use, but Balatro, that's like a poker type of, like, video game, right? And it's like a roguelite. Like, I've been interested to check it out, but I'm not... If anybody ever saw me play Liar's Bar back in the past here, I'm not necessarily the greatest when it comes to, like, poker-ish games. Like, give me Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I can be very good at that. We will be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, by the way, on Friday this week, because there's a new ban list that actually makes the game, I don't want to say perfect, but at least more manageable. In this situation, I'm actually going to get the Duplicator, because that can throw more bananas, and more bananas going in various different directions is going to be a good thing for us. I mean, everybody got to get some, like, potassium in their life right now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got King's Bible, so that's a plus. Let's reroll here. Fire Wand. I don't really want Fire Wand. Grand Cross would not be necessarily good. Ah, man, they're not really giving me great choices here. Sonic Whip could be kind of useful, but they're not cursed, so we're gonna go with the Outer again, just to be able to kind of mitigate some of the problems here. Let's go. Grab that stuff. Perfect. I should probably start pushing a little bit further into the map when possible. Let's go Lightning Ring for the Duplicator. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Okay, good. Let's keep moving this around. Everything seems easy peasy here. I spoke way too soon. We took a massive amount of damage. Let's get the Spellbinder. I'm gonna need to find a torch, because if not, I'm gonna take a death there. Okay. First death has to be expected. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. I was expecting to die. This map is very, very, very difficult. Some might consider this like endgame content because you have to unlock a whole bunch of other things before it unlocks. Okay. Be careful. I am playing this on the PC platform for people wondering. Let's go Gross Michael. Okay. I should probably grab that chest here in a second. Hopefully something good. Santa water. Originally, I think in this game they wanted to call that Satan water because this does have obviously some heavy like Christian overtones, I guess you could say. Oh, none of the stuff for here I need, so I'm gonna skip that level, and hopefully I'll get like something better. I'm gonna try to push up here. That's a coin. I'm gonna try to push somewhere else because the enemies are creeping too much. I don't want to necessarily get overwhelmed here. Let's go attract dwarf. Let's max that out. Okay, let's try to make a decent push somewhere. I need chicken. Ask and you shall receive. This area is pretty bad though. I need to get maybe a pentagram here. But we got a special super duper chest, so that's pretty good. Let's see what we got. Okay, Holy Vespers, so that's the upgraded path of the King's Bible, so that's gonna help a little bit, even though these enemies are gonna be a little bit more tanky. I'm not necessarily in the best position here. I'm gonna try to push my way this way. I'm gonna take some damage, but I gotta get away from some of this stuff, just to kind of get, like, see this swarm? This is a really bad swarm. Okay, we're still good. I just gotta keep away game. Ideally, if I could get Gross Michael upgraded, as well as just my main weapon, that would be great right now. The reason we're losing coins, by the way, is because of the weapon that we start with. And until you upgrade it, you can't really do much. I need this chest. Give me this. That's Gross Michael's. I wanted the upgrade path to the other weapon. No, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. I'm not panicking. You're panicking, Dread Knights. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. I am panicking a little bit. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, we're fine. We're good. We're amazing. We do need some life, though. Oh, there's a chest up there. I need to go back to get it. If I don't, this is hard, though. I gotta fight my way through this swarm just to be able to. How far up is it? It's really high up. I thought it was, like, pretty close. Let's get Trident, because that works with the duplicator build that we're kind of going with. Give me a chicken. I need a chicken. Those are gold coins. I don't really need gold coins right now. I need chickens. Lots and lots of chickens. Where's my chickens? Come on, chickadees. I don't want to cluck like a chicken to be able to get it, but... Alright, we need to reroll here and hope that we get the reroll I want. We did it. Oh, we're gonna have to rock with that. I really don't want to. That's like the best of the worst here. Damage reflects. Maybe that'll help. Not necessarily the best thing. Okay, Santa Water. I don't want to get Torino's box because that'll increase the enemy's curse. I'll increase my damage and area effect, but at the price that they will get a bit more tanky. Finally, Clover. That's what I was looking for. We needed to increase our luck here because we're running into a string of bad luck, you could say. Alright, upgraded path of Santa Water, which is Labora. This is going to make it a little bit better, so we have 2 weapons that are fully upgraded at the moment. We might be a whole bunch of them upgraded, so we'll continue to push forward here. See, this weapon's weird because it, like, moves with you, so you have to kind of, like, go in a circular type of motion. Thank you, whoever that was on Twitch. I don't actually stream on Twitch anymore, but I do appreciate the fact that you gave a follow there. Thank you. Welcome to... Let's grab this. Because people ask me if I'm gonna ever, like, double stream, restream. I don't really do that. I don't really do that anymore. Just because Twitch, kind of the way the platform's been going lately, is, like, not my cup of tea, personally. Although, obviously, you know, good old YouTube has its issues sometimes where stream quality doesn't work, and, you know, they're rolling out some stuff that's a little bit questionable, I suppose, as well. You know, I am all about embracing new technologies, I understand that. I know there's people who feel certain different ways about things than rolling out in terms of their new technology. relying a little bit heavier on AI on YouTube. I don't think that's really a good idea considering that story I just told you about with that VTuber. You know, with where she wasn't using AI just to keep that. You're streaming Clover Pit, and they thought that she was gambling the AI of YouTube, and it detected it, and they like took off her stream, and it gave her like a strike, even though they overturned it now. But like, it's crazy, man. So like, you know, even when you use stuff of that nature, AI, you have to be careful. It does make mistakes. So it's interesting that companies are relying heavily on it. You could use it like sparingly, in my opinion, but some of them are overusing it. And when you try to overuse it, it doesn't always work out for you. Let's get the chest. Alright, so I got the upgraded path here of Nane Inferno. So this will give me 2 of these boxes. Ideally, what I need to do now is if I could get the candelabra, I could increase the area of effect for them, which will just kind of like wipe the whole area. Let's go Clover. Okay, good. This is going to be hard because this is the enemy. Alright, so let's see here. Let's take that. Let's take this as well. Okay, I need to get that chest, but I have to be very cautious how I play this right now. Let's get the lightning ring, because that would be the most ideal situation here. Okay, so we got the upgraded Gross Michael, so it's the Cavendish. Okay, sweet. So we're good, we're way better than I thought we were going to be at this point. Let's get the Clover maxed out, so that'll increase our maximum amount of luck. That way, we need luck just so that we can get better chest spawns. They're going to kind of pin me here, so there's not too much I can do outside of just waiting it out here. Let's get Lightning Ring up a little bit more. I mean, we have a decent keep-away game because of Labora as well as this area of effect. So there's not too much I'm worried about outside of, like, that random coin that you see in the background. Okay, let's get the Lightning Ring. Okay, good. I should probably push a little bit downward here, just to be on the safe side. Okay, good. Let's get the chest. Treasure found. Lightning Ring, and 7. I could get that card, but it's going to be risky if I do that, because if it's like a bad roll, we could be in some serious trouble. I'll try to see, though. I just gotta be careful. Let me grab it and see. What do we get? Magnet. This will give us speed and 1 might every level. Doubles mostly starting bonuses. Let's see. Cooldown minus might. That would have been good. So we're gonna go with this one. It's the only one that gives us like a plus benefit. Okay, sweet. Let's get here the trident. So I think the trident's gonna be like the most important thing here. Let's get the orbs. And now we're just gonna kind of sit back and be pretty here, Dreadnights. I think we'll be roughly good. Alright, let's get the trident. Anybody watch wrestling this week? Apparently CM Punk is facing off against the Vision again. And apparently now Logan Paul has joined the Vision, so they made basically Seth Rollins' faction Logan Paul's faction, which to me it's like a bit of a head scratcher in my personal opinion. I don't know about all of you. I mean, hey, Logan Paul is a decent wrestler. He's way better than some of the other wrestlers that they have in WWE at the moment. I know how everybody feels about Logan Paul in general, you know, because him and his brother Jake Paul are, I don't want to say controversial figures, but they are definitely polarizing figures. Alright, let's get the trident. We should be good. I need to get an inner chest here. It's a 30-minute time limit for these things, in case you're wondering. So the goal of Vampire Survivors, for those of you who don't know, that are watching at home, is you just basically wait and have to survive for 30 minutes. It's kind of like a Battle Royale, but not exactly a Battle Royale. It's a low-grade game. Let's get Duplicator here, so we can duplicate the bananas. Let me grab this chest. What's the upgrade? Alright, we got the Lightning Ring. Perfect. I'm gonna try to get this because I'm looking for something specific. Hopefully I get in the reroll. Okay, this. That'll give me a candy box every time I level up, which will be kind of useful. I'm not gonna go for this chest just yet because the ideal play here is to just max out the rest of the stuff on the upgrade tree and then do it. Okay, good. I might have to use it because look at the swarm right now. It's a really big swarm. of enemies. Spellbinder, perfect. Okay, sweet. Let's push these enemies back as well. Oh, look at that amount of weight that's there. Let me grab it, because I'm a little bit confused. Stream seems to be going better. Yeah, it is, it is. Like I said, it was just one of those things yesterday. It was just kind of like a YouTube problem. You know, it wasn't actually my internet. It was literally YouTube, man. So I'm glad that it's been going. Let's go mana. We got a very good upgrade path here still. Grab this chest. Alright, that's gonna improve a bit. If we had, like, actual gold rushes going, this would be perfect, but we haven't gotten a gold rush yet. It's gonna be kind of difficult for me to try to push anymore, because you see the waves of enemies. They're just gonna kind of, like, really super swarm. So we're just gonna kind of sit here pretty, and try to just, like, maximize the level ups, get more might. Now everything gets limit break in terms of the weapons. So because they're limit break, every time I level up, they just increase certain skills. I randomize that because there's no point, really, for me personally, trying to pick all of them out. Let's go with that. We'll get some coins because I can't get anything else upgraded in my chest area. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be almost certainly a successful run unless, like, some shenanigans happen. The key here on this stage is not really Dread Knights to get, like, super greedy. Sometimes you gotta go with, like, the safest options, too. And the safest options was this particular loadout. Because you can never go wrong with the Holy Vespers, aka King's Bible upgraded. You can never go wrong with Santa Border and Labora, which is its upgraded path. Those are really good. The rest of them you can fill it. Lightning Ring is also very good. Summon Knight in this game is really, really good. There's, like, a lot of busted things you can do with Summon Knight. These are all weapons that unlock as you play the game. I've played a lot of hours of this. At one point I had this game at, like, 100% completion. I don't have it anymore because they constantly are dropping so much content. Free content, too, which is good, as well as DLC content. Alright, let's grab this. Okay, so now we triggered a gold rush. This will give me a whole bunch of gold that I need. Because I'm trying to upgrade. Oh, I got scared there. I thought, like, the game was going to crash. Because the new update, there has been stuff where, like, the game has crashed. Hopefully we won't run into that problem, because all our hard-earned progress would be a thing. But it's been a little bit wonky. Wow, look at this. If you are prone to epileptic seizures, be careful, Dread Knights. This might not be the stream for you because of all the flashing strobe effects. I'm surprised I can still see myself here. Look at the amount of gold that we got going here. Look at this. We're just triggering silver fingers and gold fingers and celestials all over. Wow, look at this. Got a lot of gold from that too. That's a plus side here. Okay. These guys still with me, hopefully? I don't know. These guys good? Dread Knights, did I lose you? Dread Knights, are you still here? Okay. Let's see. I paused for a second because I know, like, something was going a little bit spooky. Hopefully that's not too long. Please bear if there's a problem. It's probably YouTube, not my end. Hopefully it will hold. Okay, good. I gotta keep on because if not I'm gonna die here, so I can't really check. Okay, good. Okay, sweet. Okay, that's smart. Let me grab the chest. We're good. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Gonna continue to push here for a little bit. Oh no, I'm getting close to death. That's because I looked away. No, I think we can survive. It's gonna be rough, but we can survive. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. Are you guys with me, Dread Knights? I can't tell. I'm looking in the game. Revive. Are you guys with me? Yes? No? Somebody tell me if you're there. Okay. I think we're about to finish the stage anyway. We should be good. Okay, stage complete. We did it. We finished the stage. It was a little bit difficult, but we were able to back it out there. So we were able to finish it. Perfect. The stages are only about 30 seconds in length. So when something like that happens, you just kind of go with it. Alright. I will do another run. I will do another run. I will do another run. We're going to try the stages, though, as well. With the Balatro characters. So we're going to go for next. Not mozzarella. We're going to go for Westwoods. This is another one of those things. Wait. Is it still doing the pause? I don't know in our big. I've been in the middle of the game. I wanted to double check to see. Because I don't know. Now I am in the game, so I can't, like, actually look to confirm that. If it is, it's a YouTube thing. I can't really do anything. We'll just have to rock with it. And it'll let it fix when it can. Okay, let me re-roll. Let me re-roll. Let me re-roll. Let me re-roll. Spinach. Re-roll. Let's go Rune Tracer. Okay, re-roll. Let's go Clover. Okay, sweet. Let's get just kind of... It's a YouTube thing. YouTube has been kind of sussy. A lot of people have been saying it. So hopefully YouTube just kind of like works itself out. So just like Peace Party, it's not a me issue, it's a YouTube issue. Okay. Let's go. Okay, sweet. Let's get spirits. Okay, let's look through here. Alright, let's go Rune Tracer. Let's go Lightning Ring. Okay, sweet. Let's keep pushing. Alright, sweet. Let's keep pushing. We're good. Rune Tracer. Let's fire those off as well. Alright, let's get the Clover that we need. Let's get Summon Knight, even though we definitely need the Duplicator, but we're close to getting a Duplicator build going. Let me get the Spinach because I need the extra attack. We could really use like an area of effecting right now. Ideally, I'm going to try to look for the King's Bible here. Alright, King's Bible. Perfect. Why is my King's Bible not spawning? Hopefully it spawns here. Okay, let's go. Okay, perfect. We're still good. Summon Knight. Okay, sweet. We're fine. We're good. We're easy peasy lemon squeezy here. Let's go this. I need to get an armor right now. I also need to get an attractor, because if not, this map is not going to go too well for us. This one's pretty hard without stuff. I'm not going to grab this yet, because I can get an extra weapon, which I would love to get an extra weapon on our skill tree here. So what we're going to do is get the attractor. Okay, good. Perfect. We got 2 Clovers and a Summon Knight. Nice. We're gonna push this one first. Kaiser Knuckle is kind of a decent weapon. I would have liked to have grabbed that, but I have to kind of prioritize Earthlings to make this build the most effective that it could be. Alright, let's see. We're gonna get this maxed out. I need to grab this just to freeze the enemies. We're gonna get armor because that'll help us with no future, which is the name of a upgraded weapon here. Alright, let's get Spellbinder so that we can upgrade the King's Bible as well to the evolved version. So far, so good. I can also, like, actually spin the Wheel of Fate on this stage. Okay, let's go Rune Tracer. Okay, sweet. Let's go with this. Alright, let's get this maxed out. Then we'll go for Clover. Alright, we got Spellbinder. Okay, we also picked up a tractor thing, so that's going to be useful. Let me get Spinach maxed out, so we're going to need it here. So what is everybody up to this week? Anybody got any special plans? I'm going to be checking out a couple of video games in my spare time. I did actually play some of the new season of Fortnite, the Simpsons season, and I gotta be honest with you, I like the map, even though it's kind of tiny and there are not a lot of locations. I don't like the weapons that they have available for the season, and just like the start of every Fortnite season, the game is like super sweaty. It hasn't been fun. I haven't been able to get a victory royale. I've gotten, closest I gotten is like 2nd place multiple times. I've played with some randoms, just hoping to get like a decent games going, and the randoms have been, well, you know, randoms. Not all randoms are created equal. Some of them are very good. Some of them are very bad. It really depends on the situation, you know? Okay, let's go. Let's get some orbs. Let's get some greens. Let's get the duplicator, because I need that for the build. Overall, we have a pretty solid build going right now. We grabbed this chest just to get on the safe side. I was hoping we were getting an evolved weapon. Instead, we got more King's Bibles, but that's fine. That works as well. Because with the duplicator, as well as Spellbinder, we'll have a lot of... Let's get Rune Tracer here, just so we can max that out, because when that gets upgraded, No Future, it's a really strong build. Okay, let's watch out. Alright, let's get some coins. Get Summon Knight here. I'm gonna go Clover here, because the next time... I'm gonna grab this now, because it's perfect, because we'll get an extra weapon. Alright, so far so good. What I'm gonna do... We want to avoid this, so I'm gonna banish it. Because that skull thing makes the enemy waves increase, but at the same time of having the enemy wave increase, it also makes it way more difficult. We're gonna go with Spinach, because we need the extra attack, although the Revival would not necessarily be bad in this position as well. Santa Water there is the safest choice. We're going basically for filthy metagame builds, I guess you could say. Well, let's go Lightning Ring. Let's max this out because I need to. Let's go King's Bible. This is going to be kind of useful, so we'll get it. We'll get it, because it increases the size of your area of effect, which will help with the gems that are dropping from that weapon. As well as it helps with the Summon Knight, because Summon Knight actually takes up more of the screen. Summon Knight are those little, like, spikes that you see that drop above the screen every so often. One of the best things when it's upgraded. Let's upgrade that. Okay, I'm playing basically the new DLC for new people that are coming in, which is the Ante Chamber, which it ups the ante. It's basically a play on words. This is like from the Balatro. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name of that game. Free DLC. There's also the extra stuff that was added to Ode to Castlevania. I haven't gotten all the characters from that. I will do some Castlevania stuff as well. I just wanted to do the Balatro stuff first, to show off those maps. And I'll show off stuff that's not even part of either of those updates, which is part of the Montserrat update. For those that don't know, what ended up happening for Vampire Survivors is they didn't have an update for a while, which people were wondering why that was the case. And the reason for that was they decided that they were going to release basically 5 updates in one, as well as add online play to the game. Now, I was really happy for the online play to come to this game, but then I found out that it's only online with your friends list. There's no, like, random matchmaking. So, in order to play online, I have to grab buddies on my friend list on Steam to be able to play, like, co-op Vampire Survivors, which was a little bit disappointing for me. Because I have, like, one friend at the moment that has Vampire... Well, 2, technically, but Europe doesn't play Vampire Survivors anymore. Okay, interesting. We got an Arcana card. Let's reroll. We'll take this. This will give us extra weapons, which is never a bad thing in this game. Having more weapons is always a good thing. These enemies are quite tanky, though, so I have to be careful. I can't really, like, run too much. I like how we never got an attract orb. I just realized that because I was greedy and took the candelabra. That's fine. Let's go Lightning Ring. We'll be able to upgrade it still. There are ways, Dread Knights. Let's get these spheres. Okay, good. We're gonna go Lightning Ring 7. I'm gonna grab this again. We're gonna reroll. Reroll. Let's get that so I can have extra revivals just in case things get a little bit bleak. Okay, let's grab this just in case so I can get an upgrade. Alright, so we got the no future there, which is perfect. Alright. Sweet, 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 sweet. Let's look here. We're gonna go King's Bible here, just because we're trying to get that upgrade as well. We're getting a lot of coins too, so that's perfect. This is a 20-minute map. It's not a 30-minute map, for those of you who are wondering. Let's get Lightning Ring, because I can get maxed out. Let's get that. Okay, that's a new weapon. We're gonna go for this chest. You're probably like, how do I know that that's a new weapon chest? Because it has the black underneath it, which means that it's a new weapon that it's just gonna add, usually. Instead, it gave me the duplicator ring there. I was wrong. Well, it's the first time for everything, right? I'm never always right. If I were, I wouldn't be human. I'm human, I make mistakes. Let's see here. King's Bible. Look at all these coins. I feel like I'm playing a pachinko game. Oh, sheen. Okay, good. We got Stowmass. That's actually kind of good, too. It'll give us more coins. Let's see here. We're gonna go King's Bible, because that's the next thing that I have to focus on maxing out. We're gonna go this to increase the area of effect around us, which should be pretty beneficial. King's Bible, that's maxed out, so hopefully the next time I grab a chest, I'll be able to just upgrade it to... Okay. Holy Vespers, great. And we also got Echo Knight, which is the upgrade of Summon Knight. So we have 2 upgrades automatically, which is perfect. Let's grab this chest. It was a super duper powerful chest. Good. Gave me a whole bunch of items in there. Let's go Spellbinder. And then after Spellbinder, I think what we're going to do is grab this chest here. I really needed a attract orb, which I should have gotten, but It's prioritizing a couple of other things differently. Alright, sweet. Look at all these gold coins. Look at all this stuff. Let's go with that because, oops, almost banished it. I don't want to do that. Gotta upgrade that next so that I can actually upgrade my base weapon, which will be very important for this run. Outer Saboteur. Okay, cool. It must be like a YouTube spy, right? With a name like that, Outer Saboteur. Okay, that's good. Let's get all these coins. Good. Sweet. I need to push here because I need those attract orbs. Okay. That works too. Let's get armor maxed out. 7. Let's go Magistone. Let's get that upgraded. Alright, let's get the stones here upgraded. Let's get the stone mask upgraded. Let's get that. Okay, so now I should be able to upgrade my actual primary weapon, which is kind of important. Or it could give me something that's not in my skill tree yet. That works too. That's the downside of sometimes picking Arcana cards for Dread Knights. So we get the chicken, that's good. In this situation, Magistone. How far do I have to go to get that upgrade? Okay, so I'm gonna make a detour here if I can. I'm gonna actually go inside a secret area. It's probably not gonna make sense. Just trust the process, like I always say. Okay, go. Okay, so behind this guy, usually there's like an island thing. Is it there? No. So it's underneath him. I'm gonna spin the wheel 99 times. Even though this is very reckless, it could give me buffs or it could give me minuses. Ideally, I'm hoping it gives me buffs. But we're gonna roll the wheel 99 times, and there's gonna be 999 different results actually here. Which would be great. Let's get the orbs. Okay, perfect. Let's get the chest. Okay, we maxed out our primary weapon, so now we have the Royal Flush, which is going to be an interesting weapon to use as well. Everything's going good for this build. Today I went with more safer builds as opposed to more experimental ones because it's generally better to go with the safer ones for these type of maps as opposed to experimental. I think I can cut through here. Yeah, I can. Alright, that's good. I gotta go get a special item. That's what I'm looking for. That's over here. If you're wondering why the hell is Dread going off the map, that's why Dread's doing that. Okay, sweet. Let's get some more orbs. Lumera. Alright, everything's good. Everything's great. Everything's grand. Bravissimo. Magnificent. Splendid. Okay. Let's look. Where exactly is this? Is it up this way? It's so hard to see in this map because there's so many enemies coming in flashing lights. Somewhere over here, maybe? It's weird. It's like off on the side somewhere. Is there like an extra side area? Looks like it. Can I cut through here? I cannot. I don't think we're going to be able to get that item before the 20 minutes is up, Dread Knights. That's kind of unfortunate. Random always. Okay. I don't think we're going to die. I think we're going to be okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's too many enemies coming through. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Trust the process. We just can't get, like, super hyper-aggressive here. We're alright. We're alright, we're alright, we're alright. Definitely better than I was expecting. Okay, that pulled some stuff there. That'll be helpful. Put some chickens. I can't believe it doesn't pull the other item that I want, though. Okay, good. We're gonna have to make do without it, but we did get that attract orb here, which is gonna be just fine. So we'll go attract orb, attract orb, attract orb, attract orb. Everything got pulled together, I just can't see it. Somewhere up there is the item that I'm looking for. There it is. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Perfect. There's another item that we should probably grab. The pentagram. Okay, it took away the chest, but I'm not too concerned about the chest, because right now we're just trying to survive for the 20-minute time limit. Which we can do. I have faith. Trust the process, Dread Knights. Do you believe? Do you believe in me the way that I believe in you, Dread Knights? Show me in chat. Let me grab this. Extra weapon, never a bad thing to have. Okay, sweet. Still good. Pentagram, just so we can play the keep away game. Sweet. Nice. Things are going off. Let me grab this chest. Okay, that's the upgraded gem weapon, so that's Kyra stones. Alright, sweet. Let's go pentagram again. Let's grab this. The chest is probably upgrade. El Gato, is it called? No, Gatti Amari, which I think is just basically maybe Italian for cat. I could be wrong about that. I don't speak Italian. It's not a language that I know. Let's get the pentagram, and we survived the 20 minutes. Nice. Perfect. Stage complete. Good job, us. We did 2 characters from the Battle Trio update. I want to move on to other things, so I'm going to switch to Castlevania characters. And we'll play some Castlevania characters. I'll play on the Ode to Castlevania map, because Ode to Castlevania got an update 2.0. So, originally, the characters stopped at a certain point, and they added a whole bunch of new characters. I can't go over all the new characters, but they basically start here. So it's Wynn, Hugh, Morris, Annette, Tara. This person's still the same. Those were already in the game. Those were already in the game. They also added, like, extra bosses as characters now. So Stone Skull, Ruler Sword, Paris Phone, that was already in the game. This was new. This is new. This is new. This is new. Zephyr's new. This is new. Basically, they added, like, whatever the bosses were, they added them to the game. I'm going to do Zephyr, because Zephyr's actually pretty OP, and he's pretty fun build to play. And we'll play it on the Castlevania map. Let me go down here. Ode to Castlevania. This is part of the paid DLC. And this is part of the update that was the free update, technically, but you need to have the paid DLC to be able to. Game takes a little long on this stage now to load, because they added extra stuff. We're not going to go for the revives first. We're going to go for this that pulls stuff into me every 2 minutes. Just because it can set up our build a little bit earlier this way. He has, like, a special perk to him where he can throw knives quicker than any character in the game. 8 Sparrow? Do I want to take that? No. Reroll. Reroll. Gonna go a trapdoor here. I need to get something with Area of Effect just to play the keep away game. Racer, I need that anyway for that free pack, so that works. Okay, sweet. Oh, that's tempting, but that weapon really sucks. But I'm gonna grab it because it has some type of synergy, at least in the upgrade path for us. Alright, let's go ammo. Ammo! Appa latte. I could go for a latte right about now. I don't know about you, Dreadnights. It's been a long day. I could use, like, an extra coffee burst. Let's see. We'll go reroll here. I'm trying to get, like, something that can, like, keep away. I really don't want to have to go for 8 Sparrow, but it seems like it's, like, shoehorning me into it. So we'll do that instead. That way we'll have, like, I think we're gonna have to pick a projectile build for this run, which is fine. Let's get Rune Tracer. We'll just go straight projectile build for this one. That seems like the direction that the game is taking us in, and who am I to deny the game what the game wants to do? You don't want the same experience all the time. I don't really want that. Alright, let's see. We are going to grab the clover. Okay, this makes life way more easier. I gotta grab this passive, because I need that for the build. We have basically everything that I need. And I just gotta get the right weapons on the skill tree. Sweet. Perfect. In fact, we can make this a little bit better. I'll grab that. And what we're gonna do... We're gonna go... We could grab the crown, which would have a lot of upgrade paths. We could grab the duplicator, which would have a lot of upgrade paths. I'm thinking duplicator is the way to go, just so we have more projectiles. Some more projectiles is really important for this particular thing. Let's go knife. I'm trying to get something that would definitely be keep away game, but it doesn't seem like the game wants to give me anything. It knows sometimes. The game knows sometimes what you're thinking. Let's go knife. Let's go revive here. Okay. We got an increase in speed because of an item that we picked up. Alright. Let's see. We should probably fight a boss at some point. Let's push into Dracula's castle, okay? Alright, let's get that. A lot of orbs. Perfect. That's a health item. We don't really need a health item right now. Let's prioritize upgrading our primary weapon first. And then we'll move on to other things, okay? Dreadnights? Let's go into the castle. Okay, sweet. A lot of orbs. That's perfect. Got another bit of orbs. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna grab it, because it's just part of the build, and I just don't have as many, like, banishes right now. So I just kind of gotta roll with whatever is going on, right? Okay, orbs. Let's see. Let's go base damage, too. Okay. We could use a little bit more in spinach for our attack. Alright, wine glass. Sure, let's go for it. It's a super projectile build that we're going for. It's not metagame by any standard, but sometimes with roguelites, you just gotta go with whatever the game gives you, and it's Vampire Survivors for you. Sometimes the runs are gonna be more difficult. I'm up for the challenge. We can do it. 8 Sparrow. I need a candy box. That way I can kind of max out that. Alright, not what I was looking for. I was hoping to get like a better chest one. Let's grab this. Not gonna make a whole bunch of sense. Just trust the process. Are all 3 of them here? No. There's 2 of them. Okay, that's fine. Let's get this upgraded. Let's push a little bit inward because we were looking for the boss, which is halfway through. I will have to check the map every so often, so keep that in mind. Okay, good. Let's continue. Everything's good. Let's go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I overshot it. I didn't even see there. I looked away to check on chat in a second. Okay, it's fine. Let's grab this. Spawn the boss. Now we just gotta get a whole bunch of orbs. Let me increase the attack stat. That's gonna be kind of important here. Let's grab the orbs. Grab more of these orbs. Perfect. Get this upgraded. Give me the upgraded weapon. No, it gives me the base weapon. That's because our luck isn't up all the way yet. Alright, let's go. Let's do that as well. I'm gonna go clover. You know, I should go spinach here. Because as much as I want the upgrade path, it's not smart. It'd be bad Vampire Survivor gameplay if I do that. Alright, ammo apate. Okay, sweet. Going down. Go through these things. Get the orbs. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm gonna take this teleport just so it can put me at a better location on the map. Alright, so we're at the halfway up part. There's a big area in this map where you can just like constantly explore things. The game crashed. Yep, the game just crashed on me. Yeah, that wasn't an internet thing. Game crashed. Have to wait for the game to... Game literally. This is a problem with the update. People have been experiencing it. I always hate when it happens. I have to close the program. I'm sorry, guys. Vampire Survivors has had that issue. It's part of the update. I'm sorry, your immersion's gonna get broken in a second. I can't do anything. Let me hide that a second where it comes up. Game capture off. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's not me. That was Vampire Survivors. The game crashed. You know it happens. This new update's kind of a little bit wonky. Been saying it for a while. Let's see if it fixes now. Should come up now, the game. Give me a second. You see it? I hid the screen, that's right. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. It wasn't me, it was the game crash. Sometimes the game, like, there's been wonky things with the update. We'll do it again. We'll pretend like it never happened. It's fine. I'm not gonna stress that. That's out. Out of my control, that type of thing. We're doing so well, too. That was a good build. Kind of. We can do better, though. Alright. Let me get the orbs. Let me grab that. Alright, garlic. I'm tempted to take it, but I'm not. King's Bible. We'll grab it this time. Let's grab that. Alright. Reroll. Let's look. Let's look. I'll take the Spellbinder so I don't have to grab it from the box. Ooh, that's kind of good. We're gonna take that. We're gonna get the bracer. So that'll do way better. We'll go back into the castle, but I have to, like, kind of set up my gear right now. Okay, so knife. Perfect. Sweet. Let's get the orbs. Okay, nice. Let's see here. I'm gonna go reroll. I'm gonna grab the knife. Keep pushing this way. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to grab another King's Bible. I don't want to grab these too early because if we waste them, it'd be unfortunate, but... Let's get the spinach. I'm gonna go King's Bible. Let's get the clover. I'm thinking long-term here, so I'm gonna get the duplicator, although a track orb probably would have been better. Alright, now I'm gonna start making my way into the castle. Let's go reroll. I'm gonna grab the crown just for the extra experience points. But Zephyr is actually got, like, he's slower to level up compared to other characters. That's tempting. I'm gonna do it even though we lose gems. That way we can get, like, a rosary build going, which would be ideal here. Let's grab this. I'm gonna grab the trapdoor this way. See? Now we can push into the castle because we have everything that we necessarily need to make this run go somewhat smooth. Not perfect, but somewhat smoother than the last one. Okay, good. Let's keep pushing. Get those orbs. And we'll push into the castle. This area is so big. It's not even funny. Reroll. That's tempting. Reroll. Kaiser Knuckles, pretty good. But I'm not gonna grab it. Let's go Pentagram. I feel like that was a waste of skips, but sometimes it'd be like that, guys. Let's get orbs. Sweet. A lot of orbs here. Let's get some knives. Let's pass through here. Okay, sweet. Let's get some orbs. Pretty good. So how's everybody's day been? I'm gonna get a trapdoor here. Gonna grab some more orbs. We're good, we're good. We're good. We're Gucci, fam. Okay, let's get spinach. I'm gonna continue to push him because I need to fight that boss. A lot of level ups there. Fire wand. It's an item that has an upgrade path for us, but it's not necessarily the best. Let's go platinum whip here. Knife. I feel like we don't have a lot of things for keep away game. Maybe we do, but we don't. And there's certain things that will be like on cooldown here. Alright. Gonna go attract orb. Because there's a lot of orbs around. I really don't want to risk them getting destroyed. Okay, let's go summon knight there. Okay, sweet. That's the boss. We're gonna fight them. Give me 1 second, Big. When I'm not fighting the enemy boss, and I'll tell you. Okay, let's see. The games have definitely been going smooth for the most part today. Knife. Let's get the orbs. Sweet. I just wish sometimes YouTube wouldn't be so YouTube in certain retrospects. It's like, they've just been making terrible decisions. I love YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. My preferred place to actually make content on. But lately, some of the decisions that they've been making, I don't even know, man. You know, and the thing about it is Twitch isn't much better. Twitch has its own fair share of issues. I mean, I have a lot of friends that used to stream on Twitch that don't even stream on Twitch anymore. The game was going... Can't read that because it's blocked by a heart emoji that somebody sent me randomly. Also finally checked into hotel, working out of state this week. Oh, you've been working out of state and everything, huh? How are you liking working out of state? Let's go King's Bible. Probably, you know, when I've had to work out of state before, it's always kind of an interesting experience. Go over, let's grab that. I'm gonna push this way. Because I need to get, like, wow, we're moving super fast. Sonic speed at this point. Okay, sweet. Let's get King's Bible. Let's look around. We're gonna have to go down. We're just gonna make a push up towards the castle. We should be generally okay here. Yeah, look at all these maggots and stuff. What I do like is they added just about literally every Castlevania enemy that you could think of from just about every Castlevania game. I'm gonna take the clover there. Okay. Sweet. Let's get these orbs. Perfect. Alright, let's get Pentagram. Okay, great. So this is once this boss. This will give us another chest. We're close to getting King's Bible upgraded. If the freaking crucifix didn't just destroy everything on screen. That's the problem sometimes. Alright, we have options. I don't want to grab any of these weapons just yet. I walked right into, like, a couple of them. See if we can take that boss out. That would be the most ideal thing here. No, I'm not grabbing that. That would be terrible for this run. When it's the Beloutro characters, I have no problem grabbing it. grabbing that. When it's our characters, big issue. Look at the Medusa. You think she's trying to seduce us? Do you think she'll turn us into stone? I mean, what was Medusa's deal anyway, right? Like, she was a jaded demon, right? What was her lore? Nobody loved her or something like that? I don't know. I feel like every type of, like, villain and type of lores that's, like, in anime, in Disney cartoons, in novels, comics, TV series, it's always because the woman was, like, scorned and her heart was broken, and that's what turned her evil. It's kind of crazy how that works sometimes. I was thinking about that. You know, I've been thinking a lot of random stuff. I might talk a little bit about it on on stream today, as much as I can really talk about, because I haven't really made, like, some of the announcements I was going to make. I mean, if you were on social media, you understand. You probably already read it, but for those who are my regular viewers that don't really keep up on social media with me, because I'm terrible at social media. I don't even do, like, social media game is week, right? It is. On top of that, like, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, is constantly thinking that I'm, like, a AI bot for whatever reason. So, like, I'm constantly getting persecuted by Twitter, and they want me to, like, buy Twitter Blue. Never would give a company that money in the state that it's in. The conflict of interest, in my personal opinion. That's just me, you know? Everybody to each their own. So I really don't use social media like that. I'll get the silver reading because that actually has decent benefits. Let's get spinach. I think if I'm going to push any further here, I'm going to need to start investing in some of these items, but let me get the clover first. I don't feel like we've had a lot of enemies that are dropping a lot of good loot. Let's go spinach, just because I don't want to delete half these things, because I know there's a chest up here. Okay, that's a good rotation. We got our upgraded path weapon here, as well as the crown, as well as an upgrade on one of our basic weapons. I'm gonna do that. Let's upgrade clover. And then I think, let's check map. There's a boss over this way. We're good to spawn them. And then we'll start, like, focusing on upgrading for the rosary item. Let's go Summon Knight here. Okay, good. Let's go Summon Knight here. The Crucifix is coming up a lot. It's deleting a lot of my items. That's the one problem with using it, but it is very helpful. Okay, so we got Holy Vespers, or Unholy Vespers, which is the upgraded path of the King's Bible, so that's pretty good. Let's see, look around. Let's grab these orbs. I'm gonna push to the next boss area. Oops, I didn't want to speed that up. That makes the clock go quicker, which is good if you're in a rush for runs, but we're not trying to rush runs today. We're trying to enjoy the ambience, trying to enjoy the sounds. I gotta go up and around. It's gonna take a bit. These guys here, they're Mask of Death, the 4 Mask of Death. Whenever you get, like, the special items that you usually could kill Red Death with, which we didn't grab all of them, they spawn. And they have as much HP based on the amount of experience points that you have. So they have a lot now because I'm 41 levels, so it's 41 times whatever their base HP is. And there's no, like, one way to automatically delete them. I have to go up the stairs. I went the wrong way. We also have this annoying boss that's going to follow us, but that's okay. We'll kite them in this way. It'll make things a little bit easier. Pentagram. Okay, good. Do it again. Sure. Why not? I walked into it, might as well grab it. Okay, 2 orbs. Right, there's a staircase somewhere here. We'll take the staircase up. I'm trying to figure out if there's somewhere else that I can go. It should be okay, right? In theory. We'll go up that way. There's another boss I can fight that way. This map is all about, like, special bosses and secrets. So, like, if you're a fan of Castlevania, you can get, like, all the little Easter eggs from this. I remember when Vampire Survivors came out years ago, and I got involved in it. I was interested in it. I actually found out about this game from a friend of mine that is a Dead by Daylight streamer. by the name of Yer, who played on his stream. Oh, I walked into one. That's what I got for looking away at chat. It's fine, I have a revive. It's not like death is... It's not over just yet for this. So these are the dynamic duo there. I gotta take these guys out, because if not, they're just gonna keep causing issues, headaches for us. I have so much HP, though. That's the scary part. That guy's pointing that I go this way, so I should do that. Oh, that would have been perfect, but I can't go back to pick it up. Or it could come to me, that works too. Alright, sweet. Pick this up. Okay, rosary, perfect. This is going great. It's going great now. We could do stuff. We could do stuff. Let me get this revive while I'm at it. The way we have more level ups. Which way am I going? Go directionless here. Okay, that's good. Let's get the whip. Oh, it's not gonna let me go through without grabbing one of these. Okay, fine. More weapons is never a bad thing in these runs. It just means it's harder to upgrade some of your air stuff, though. Okay, good. Is that this way that we need to go? Yeah. There's a special secret boss that you can fight here, too. There's so many different Easter eggs, man. Alright, give me the chest. It didn't spawn a chest? Are you for real? Oh, that made me a little bit tight there, I can't lie. I'm expecting for a freaking chest to spawn. Take those out. Alright. We're in a decent position to win this, like everything else so far today. Nothing necessarily bad. Grab the orbs. I have to fight a mini-boss right now. This might be difficult, based on the rotation of enemies I have. I'm gonna grab the whip, just so we can have like a little bit more level up. I'm gonna grab that because it forced me into it. Sure. I'm not grabbing the gold ring, because that'll make things way more difficult for us than it needs to be at the moment. Alright, so we gotta basically fight ourselves. Okay. And now I'll just use the whip, because I have to wait to get all my items back. This is part of like the mini-boss here. Fortunately, this one's not gonna be too difficult to deal with. I just gotta watch out for the knife. I gotta like jump and time it, right? They really thought of everything. You know what's also good DLC for Vampire Survivors? Contra. I don't know if there's anybody that's Contra fan. And they also made an announcement today that Vampire Survivors, the developers Chronicle, are teaming up with... I don't know if anybody here is a fan of Warhammer, but they're teaming up with Warhammer. And Warhammer, what is it? 4,500? So they're going to be making a Vampire Survivors-like game, but based in the Warhammer world. And it's not DLC. It's its own standalone game by Chronicle, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not really into Warhammer, so I don't know if I'm necessarily going to pick it up. But I think it's kind of cool that they're splitting off into our games now. But it does have me a little bit concerned, because I understand at some point Vampire Survivors and the dev team are going to move on to other things, right? Because they can't keep, like, doing the same thing in this game forever and ever and ever. It would be great, but, like, every game eventually comes to an end. Unless you're Fortnite and Epic Games, then somehow you manage to reinvent yourself over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, let's get this. Superb weapon. Alright, let's go. Let's get the crown, just for extra experience points. That way we're okay. Let's see. Everything's good. Just gonna continue to the art area. Fortunately, I can't fight, like, the super secret... I can't go anywhere? Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm a dum-dum. Supposed to go up this way. There's a chicken over here, so I'm gonna kind of push my way to it, because I need the help. You know, so I think it's kind of cool that there's gonna be a Warhammer Vampire Survivors game. I will be, like, playing games that I haven't played in a long time, also on the channel. We will be doing, as much as I don't want to say this, I will be doing some Diablo 4 in the future. Not too distant future, there is a Diablo 4 stream plan. I will probably play some Diablo 3 as well, because I understand there's some people who are longtime viewers that feel like I haven't played enough Diablo content, which I know that's what a lot of people came for a long time on this channel. Sometimes you need to branch out and do other things because you get bored of playing the same games all the time. Like, I'm just trying to find some games that I really enjoy playing at the moment, because a lot of the games I'm playing are going through, like, growing pains, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel with the not-so-great ban list. And Fortnite, it's some seasons are more fun to play than others. And, you know, Dead by Daylight is in an interesting state where I like to play Killer, but they're doing a lot of things to make Killer not really fun to play. And playing Survivor is, when you're doing solo queue, is not necessarily... I'm gonna try to push for... There's like a... I'm sorry, I sped it up a little bit, but I just wanted to get... Is this... Can I teleport here? I can. Where's this gonna take me, though? That's the major question. Oh, it took me outside. That's fine. That was better than the area that we were here working with before Dread Knights. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out what type of games that I'm going to be playing in the future, because I want to be able to play games that I know you guys are interested in. And I know a lot of people are like, hey, what about Monster Hunter Wilds? And I've kind of said before why I haven't played it. You know, there's different things IRL-wise, where, you know, I was kind of pitching in with that for a bit. Let's look. Alright, cool. Watch out here. Got the Fire Wand. You know, so there's definitely going to be other things coming back. Monster Hunter in the future. Other things too. Trying to appease some of my viewer base. You know, I'm trying to find things I really enjoy playing too is the thing. Like, because I don't want to always play games that are just like going to be super ultra sweaty, hyper competitive, that don't necessarily make me feel great to play them, because, you know, there's obviously taking L after L after L in like a competitive game doesn't really do much for your spirits. In fact, it drains you. And I already, you know, IRL play a lot of games competitively and have to do that like non-stop. So after a while, you just get in and go, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, Dread Knights, maybe burnt out with that, like with the games, not with streaming. Let's get the Shuriken. Good. I think I can push this way. We can try to check out another secret area, but usually that area only activates when you have Simon Belmont. How is stream, by the way? Is it good? Okay, it is. We're in green. Just had to double check there. Okay, good. Let's get some orbs. Perfect. I'm gonna grab this because I need, like, extra stuff for buffs. Right now, these enemies are swarming. Not in a good way. Alright, let's get the Fire Wand. Look at how many enemies are on the screen. This is like giving me a headache even a little bit. Okay, good. Let's grab that. Upgrade weapon. Okay, we upgraded to Hellfire. That's pretty good. Let's go farm. Okay, good. Let's upgrade these. We might be able to make a special weapon too, now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm definitely looking into other things that we're going to be doing. You know, Curve Knight. But we can't always be sweaty and sweaty gamers on here, I think is the point that I'm trying to make. Because after a while, just sweating in video games on stream, non-stop, it drains you quite a bit. These games I like because obviously I can control and play different builds and challenge myself. It brings me back to like old school game nostalgia too, because of how this game is. Oh, this enemy is pretty beefy. Let's go Milo Lift. Gotta watch out because this thing does a lot of damage. And playing the keep away game here is gonna be a little difficult. Let's go Shuriken. Alright, sweet. Let's wait on this. Okay. That's the upgrade to the Shuriken, so it's the Bawaka knife, whatever that means. Just means upgraded knife to me, which is perfectly fine. Alright, let's get some of these orbs, if I can. I don't think so. Did we ever grab a tracked orb? We did, okay. In this situation, Shuriken? Okay. The enemy waves are getting more intense because the time limit is almost coming up. I'm gonna go Duplicator here. We have more things duplicating, that's not a bad thing. Okay, that was actually good. Okay, perfect. I can't literally see anything in front of me. I don't want that, and I just spawned a 5 faces of death almost for that. Alright, let's run up this way if I can. Milo Lift. Can't see up there. I don't know if that's a wall or not. Might be a wall. I can't tell. Too many enemies. That is not a wall. Okay. Look at this wave of enemies. Total chaos, man. I got hit by a death. Face of death. That's okay. I got revived. This might have been a mistake now that I'm thinking about it. I need a reroll here. Made something. That might help. Gotta get away from the death. Okay, I got a chicken. That's good. Reduce cooldown. That might be useful. Go away, death. Got a chest. Okay, so Summon Knight got activated. Let's use bracers here. I'm trying to play the keep away game. Very difficult when it's like literally up on my behind. We made it to the 30-minute time limit. Okay, perfect. Sweet, another successful round done. Nice. High fives around. Alright, so that was the run back on Castlevania. There's multiple different characters that you can play now. I've shown a couple of them. There's another aspect of this new update too that's not part of like the paid DLC that I want to show off, because we're going to be streaming for about like 2 hours today, roughly, give or take. If you have a map that you'd want me to play as, if you have a character you'd like me to play as long as they're not like a joke troll character, let me know. But I want to show you a character that's like a super secret character. This is Secretino. He is one of the characters that you unlock as part of the free update for the Westwood. We're going to try a new map that is also part of the free update, which is called Mozzarella, but it's with an A. I'll show you it here in a second. Mozzarella! See how they clever pun on words? M-A-Z-E-R-E-L-L-A. What's everybody having for dinner today? I am going to be having Wendy's today. I'm not cooking. Not really in the mood to cook. Let's see, 400 area of effect. 0.4 recovery. Starting gain 10 move speed. Area bonus is lost over 5 levels. That's not really that great. Boost. What is this? 66666. Might, projectile speed, area. Perfect. There's no drawbacks to that. Outside of enemies being a little bit stronger. I couldn't actually grab that, because that's not... It's like giving me a free thing that I could use right now, so why not? Alright. These enemies are basically little baby pigs bulls. Now let's reroll. Ideally, crown could be helpful. In order to unlock Secretino, you have to, like, buy his DLC in-game, not actual paid DLC. It's like this little joke in-game where you got he's the pre-order bonus. And then you have to buy him for, like, 900,000 coins. It's quite a lot when you think about it. None of these weapons are things I necessarily want. These rerolls are definitely not coming in handy right now. It's a bunch of bad weapons. I don't want the sparrows. I don't want the wine. It's spinach. Take that because it's there. Take that. Let's make it a little easier to get clover. Okay, perfect. I think this is going to put us in a decent spot. Mostly a decent spot, I would say. On top of that, we get like larger area of effect with the weapons, so that could be kind of good for us. I might grab the garlic. It's tempting. Free rolls. If we could get something better. Not better. I guess I'm grabbing the crown. The one thing I didn't really want to grab is what we ended up going for. So we can't play a duplicator build now. We're gonna have to try our best with whatever the game throws at us. I was trying to go for a duplicator build because those are usually a little bit better than the throw here. Axe. Let's just check the axe around. I gotta be a little bit cautious. The bulls do chase after you too. Let's go prismatic missile, just because we have like also crown synergy here, so why not? Attract orb. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, our build could be a little bit better, but it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna trust the process. Firearm, but we need the upgrade weapon to be able to do that. Spinning projectiles nearest enemy. That's not necessarily great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna banish, because I never want to see Skullmatic. Skullmatic is like bad. It'll really throw off your run. 100%. You don't want to do that. Let's get the garlic, because I don't feel like I'm gonna get a King's Bible at this rate. And even then, we don't have the upgrade path for it. So this is probably the best solution to our problem, our dilemma. I get Spellbinder now, it's funny. We'll increase our attack stat. Okay. Let me grab the spinach, and then I'll grab this and see if we get a good card. 20 might gains 1 area every level. Not really a bad drawback, but let's boost and see if we get something better. 20 greed, 20 growth, starts gaining 10 duration every 5, game reroll every level. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. The only problem is the enemies are going to be a little bit more tanky and they do more damage to it. So we're playing, basically, we're Gamba with our life right now in this game. We're doing some Gamba, I guess you could say, ironically. Let's see, we're going to go Raging Fire. Okay, it's not necessarily the build I want to work with, but that's roguelike for you. But we can, it's workable. It's definitely workable. Let's see. I'll go cross here because there's synergy with the items that we have. We'll have like a lot of upgrade weapons, assuming a whole bunch of chests spawn. I'm gonna go spinach because we want that base attack to be very high. Just from the get-go. The more damage we can do, easier it is to take out enemies. Why not do that, right? Let's go Clover so we can increase our luck stat. I think our luck is actually very high as it is. I'm gonna go Attract Orb even though Garlic would be more tempting right now. Just because we can get the Attract Orb as high as possible, go for it as soon as possible. You can see, because that's why the Attract Orb there. Now go Garlic, because I can pick stuff up through the walls. Next level, thinking. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Sometimes you have to think. Dread Knight's 4-dimensionally, aren't you? Alright. Let's go Attract Orb. Okay, I'm gonna move from this area, it's just I needed to kind of farm these enemies. Let's go Spinach. Alright. In this situation, Clover. In this situation, Prismatic Missile. In this situation, we'll go Axe. Okay, in this situation, Clover. I have an idea. I kind of would prefer to get a level up before hitting that. Because I just want to, like, max out the Axe or the Clover. That way we can increase our stats. Let's see. 1 second there. My apologies. Nerbig said, I've stayed out of town on work before. Usually it's okay. Sometimes it can be good. I've done it in the past for various different things because, as a lot of people know, I used to be a journalist. So I traveled for, like, conventions and other stuff back in the day. I can't say everywhere that I traveled because I don't want to out some of the people I traveled with. But yeah, you know, so sometimes traveling gets... You know, it can be fun sometimes. What always used to bother me is, like, traveling to a town that it's a dry county because, well, there's the thing about Dread. Dread likes to have a beer, go out to a bar and stuff. And there's been times I've traveled outside of state. I used to go a lot to an anime convention. I don't think this anime convention is anymore, by the name of Anime Next. And Anime Next was, like, out in Secaucus, New Jersey, for those of you. Not too far, ironically, from, like, where the NBA headquarters is for the Basketball Association, like, where they do the reviews of, like, basketball plays with the referees and stuff. And in Jersey, on the weekends particularly, on Saturdays and stuff, certain counties in Jersey are considered what you would call a dry county, which means that you cannot go anywhere to buy alcohol. Like, you can't go to even, like, a convenience store to get alcohol because they don't sell it. And I had a friend by the name of Will, and he was a bartender. I've told the story of Will, the bartender, many, many different times here on the channel. It was a very close friend of mine, pretty much like my best friend for all intents and purposes. And he decided to travel out of state, a state over, to be able to buy alcohol in a different state to bring it, because we were staying in a hotel, and, like, the dry county even included, like, not even at the hotel bar could you get a beer or a drink. And it's an anime convention, man. You can't have, like, I can't tell you the stories, but anime conventions are kind of wild. Like, they get wild at anime conventions. And one of the things that everybody knows, like, whether you're working it as a press-ass journalist person, or you're working it as a, you know, guest that's there, or you're part of con staff, there's con parties where people go and, you know, they socialize and they have a beer, and, you know, a lot of people have hotel parties and stuff. They don't really do it too much nowadays, but they used to do it back in the day. And the thing about the con parties was, like, you can't have really a con party without, like, a couple brewskis, kicking them at, opening them. I'm not saying it's good to drink and stuff, don't take it like that. I like my social beers and stuff, but, in the situation there, we didn't have, so Will went and he went back to a different state to get beers. So I always hate when I'm traveling, actually. And I'm in, like, a dry county, because it's like, well, what am I really... I just want to have, like, a social drink while I'm in a different area where I'm not sleeping in my own bed for the night, or for however long I'm going to be there. So I just need, like, to mellow, I guess is the best way to put it. And, if the county's dry, it's like, oh, man, what the heck? That it's rough. So that's the only part I kind of hate about traveling. On top of that, the other thing about traveling, too, that I don't really like is I don't like sleeping in any bed that's not really my own. Just because I have, like, my own pillows. I have my own confidence. I have my own comfort level. Like, I have a laptop, obviously, so I take my gaming with me on the go. And I take, like, other stuff with me on the go, because I have, like, the Switch and stuff, but it's... it's not the same, It's like, on top of that, I don't know how many of you know about this, but I have talked about this on stream before. But, like, Dread doesn't drive. I don't drive. I live in a heavy metropolitan area where it's very expensive to own a car. And I don't, I don't even have a driver's license. So, for me, like, I have to use, like, mass transit to get around. So when I go out of state, the states where there's no mass transit and I have to, like, use car service, or I have to rely on buddies that I know that hopefully live in that state that drive and stuff, or, you have to hire a driver, which those are expensive if you don't know. Let me reroll here. I'm looking for something specific. That's good enough. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but it'll do. It's difficult. And that's the part about traveling I hate. Like, if there's not a fast way to get around, and if there's not... Like, if it's a dry county. I also really don't like traveling on planes. I'm kind of terrified of flying. Not like a big fear, but because of stuff that happened in the past, obviously. And just, like, stuff that I always read in the news, with, like, flight problems now, particularly with, like, the FFA, or the FAA, excuse me. And other things, I'm very hesitant to fly. So, like, if I can, I'll try to drive somewhere. If I could get, like, a lift to there, or I would prefer to travel on train. Flying is just, like, something I don't like to do. I don't like being up in the air where I can't really decide my own fate, I guess you could say. So, like, if something happens, I can't really save myself. I mean, okay, granted, like, if you're in a car, and the car flips over and it's burning and stuff, you can't necessarily save yourself in a car, either. Ooh. Can I just skip this? Yeah, I don't want to grab that, because it'll make the game way more difficult with those. We're going to get the upgrade path. So there's that. That always is kind of a concern in regards to traveling. Train, I like to travel on train. I just haven't really been able to, really. Because with trains, when you travel on trains, you can just, like, look at the scenery, and you can... I like the concept of traveling by trains, and people will be like, well, I bet it was for Harry Potter. No, it's not for Harry Potter. Anybody here familiar with an old anime? I wasn't born when this anime came out, but I watched it on the Sci-Fi Channel, when Sci-Fi Channel used to show anime titles, way back in the day. Anybody here familiar with Galaxy Express 999? With Maytel and Tetsuro and stuff? So, like, I always liked the nuance of traveling by train because of that anime series. I thought it was, like, really freaking cool just to, like, travel by train. Just because of that, And it was kind of funny, too, because it was like, man, who was traveling with a hot blonde, too? I mean, what single guy on the planet wouldn't like a hot blonde traveling companion, to be with them, right? Like, I mean... I might have outed myself because I do kind of have a little thing for blondes. I do have, yeah, I guess I get it. It's a safe thing to say. Like, everybody has, like, their personal preferences, I suppose. But that's not saying that I don't like brunettes either. Keep that in mind, right? I like brunettes too. Auburn hair is a nice little vibe as well. Remember, my favorite anime character of all time is Misa Hayase from Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. So, like, if, you know, like, if she's best girl to me, I guess is the best way to put it. So, like, oh, I was able to actually kill that thing. I never have actually been able to. Yeah, I remember that anime. I'd never, oh, Nurbig says, I have never flown and have no interest in it. I wish passenger trains were still common. Yeah, passenger trains were, you know, common. You know, that's the one benefit, like, of living in the city, I suppose, is that we just have, like, a lot of access to stuff that sometimes I take for, like, granted. You know, but then living in the city, there's a lot of problems here. Ironically today, here in New York City, because some people already know that I live in New York, it's not that big of a deal to me personally. What are you gonna do? I'll invite you for, like, tea and crumpets. I'll talk your ear off about Macross. And, like, why I like Final Fantasy VII, why I like Aerith as best girl in terms of video game characters. I probably could rant about that for, like, a lifetime. But, you know, it's not a big deal to me. But here in New York City, what's happening? Today there's the election. I don't know if there's elections for our people. And it's a very controversial election. I'm going to play as Hugh. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Ode to Castlevania. How much time we got left, by the way, Dread Knights? Hour and 30, so we'll do this run. And I'm probably going to try to give you a little bit of overtime to make up from yesterday's stream where it wasn't, like, necessarily great. So we'll try to go to at least 7 o'clock. We get a little bit extra just because I feel bad about yesterday, even though it was, like, circumstances beyond my control. But yeah, like, so the election season is, like, kind of messy here in New York City. And there's a lot of other things, too, in New York City right now. Like, the biggest issue we have, honestly, it's red. But the problem is, like, a lot of the candidates that are running for mayor in New York City today are candidates that say they want to do stuff about, like, fix rent and make rents lower in New York City, but the problem is they don't have the actual power to do that. So they're making, like, false promises. And then the other, like, major concern that I have here where I am in New York is that they want to... one of the candidates wants to defund the police. And I don't know if any of you, you know, that care about politics too much. I won't get super political, but I just wanted to kind of get into this a little bit. That's why New York's, like, so chaotic right now. One of the candidates wants to defund the police, and here in New York City we have constantly various different issues going on. Like, for example, a couple weeks back, there was the NFL headquarters shooting, months ago, actually, at this point. And the thing about it is, like, the police response time for that was incredibly fast. It was very, very good. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. Like, in terms, like, I know there were people who still died. It was a fast police response time. And the thing about it is, like, if you defund the police, they would not be able to, like, respond to certain situations like that very quickly. You know, I understand that, like, when it comes to police, there are some police who abuse their power, 100%. There are dirty cops, there are cops that racial profile, there are cops that are, you know, not the nicest individuals that will try to do things to give people tickets. I've seen it. I understand that. But defunding and taking away funds from the police department, which then, in a giant city like where I live in, that could run the risk of then having, like, literal big security threats happen, is not necessarily ideal, especially considering we already have lost in my city. I'm gonna take the knife here. Like, funding for other things by the federal government because certain people in the federal government are not happy with this city and state, you know? So it's like, do you really wanna, like, in New York City right now, make things even worse in terms of, like, the situation by doing other things that are gonna make it more problematic? I don't know. You know, so it's been a very messy election. I guess the point that I'm trying to get at is, like, I can't wait for, like, election season to be over. I'm not saying that any of these issues aren't important issues in the world, because they are important issues here in the city, as well as our stuff that's going on is very important. But I'm, like, mentally fatigued with, like, the non-stop, like, political talk. And, like, I can't, like, escape it in my everyday life, literally. I know it's important. Don't get me wrong. Politics is very important. But, like, I get up, and there's somebody talking to me with politics. I go on the internet, and I'm exposed to politics. I have friends that I haven't spoken to in a while, and the first thing is like politics. And I understand these are issues that people really want to talk about, but for me, who I've been going through stuff like, not like really bad stuff. Let me preface this, because then somebody's gonna think something different. I've been going through stuff for the last couple of months, like a personal conflict, I guess you could say. And with the personal conflict, I suppose you could say, I'm kind of like mentally fatigued from that type of stuff, because it's stuff that's like made me sad, and then like dealing with the stuff that's going on in the VTuber community, and then dealing with like, you know, just the content-wise things, because I have to worry about YouTube messing up sometime. And then, you know, there's the algorithm that, you know, sometimes it wants to show stuff like the movie watch-along, which it showed the movie watch-along just fine. Like, no problem with the movie watch-along. It did really well. Thank you to everybody that came out for that movie watch-along. But then, like, other things, too, it's like, you know, like, YouTube shows game stream. No, YouTube don't want to show game stream. YouTube want to show, like, movie content. Like, React content. Older content of mine. Don't push new content that I'm making. Sometimes I have people that will tell me, hey, Dread, I didn't know you were streaming on YouTube because I didn't get the notification that you were streaming on YouTube. I'm like, wait, what? But it's there. Are you subscribed? Are you hitting the bell? And they're like, yeah, I did, but it doesn't give you. You know, so these are like stressful things that I deal with as a content creator, and then there's other things, you know. Like I've said before, I kind of feel sad about stuff going on in the VTuber community, because I feel like I'm walking around a lot of times with like a scarlet letter on my chest. You know, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the book, The Scarlet Letter. Thank you, whoever that was on Twitch, and for either subscribing or interacting there. I am not like dual streaming. Thank you, I do greatly appreciate it. But I'm mostly on YouTube these days, you know. But yeah. I get it. You know, it's one of those things. And Urbig, I see your thing. Just give me a second for the wave to be a little bit less intense, so then I can. Even though in this map everything is so intense. Plus, I'll check it a second. Nurbig said defunding the police just ignores crime as a concept for some reason. Yeah, I don't think you ignore crime. Ignoring crime is a bad idea, because that's just going to create more crime. I'll tell you actually an example here. Here in New York, a long time ago, there was... Ooh, it looks... Are you guys still with me? Let me pause up a second. I see that you guys are running into a little bit of issue, so I'm going to hold up a second. I might throw B right back here. YouTube, don't do YouTube things right now, YouTube. Don't be YouTube. Don't do YouTube thing, YouTube. Don't YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Don't do that. Don't be sussy, YouTube. I'm sorry, I'm holding up because I saw there's a little bit of sussiness there. Hopefully you guys are with me. If you see something, let me know, because I'm not a mind reader, because I'm playing like the game and trying to read chat at the same time. You look okay on my end. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Let's see. Key. Let's get the Valame. Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, like, defunding police so that it creates more crime in a big city, or anywhere for that matter, is never a good thing, in my opinion. You know, so that there's that. And, you know, the other thing that I was talking about, yeah, like, there's just a lot of stuff that's been, like, stressful. So, like, when I have people talking about, like, non-stop politics to me, 24/7, on top of, like, dealing with other stuff that's going on, 24/7, it just gets a little bit, how do I put it? A little bit mentally draining, a little bit exhausting. So I'm looking forward for when it's not election season, because there won't be like a very significant election season for a while now. It's fixed now. Thank you, Nurbig. I didn't know. Like, I was looking at my phone, and my phone looks like it's not fine. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait it out a second, you know. Santa water. Okay, sweet. Yeah. I mean, it's YouTube. YouTube's just being a sussy little brat. Alright, let's get bracers. Okay, cool. Let's go level 7. Okay. Check something here. Yeah, you seem okay on my end. It's a little scary, but I think we'll manage. Sometimes I feel like also OBS will tell me a lie. It'll tell me something that's not actually happening. Alright. Let's go. Sometimes I think, like, OBS can lie. Alright, let's take this enemy out. Should be good. Push through here. Good. Okay, it's passing again? What does that mean? Pausing. Alright, I can't do anything about that. Try not to mention it too much on stream because it will push people away for stream. Give me a second. It's not like it's a YouTube thing. You'll just have to rock and hopefully it fixes itself. Okay. Give me a second here, guys. I know. Like, I can't really do anything about that, Dread Knights. I'm sorry. Okay. You know, we're just gonna have to rock. I paused to see if these guys are caught up to me here, so that's that. But try not to focus too much on that because it does drive viewers away. Just like point it out, but don't like thing, you know, because this is stressful as it is. I don't need it to like add extra stress to me. All right, let's just try to keep with it. You know, if I see that it's gonna get really bad, what I'll do is I won't continue past 2 hours. Alright. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna get the knife. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. Alright, let's go. Let's wait on this. Alright, so I'm gonna get the flash shower here. Okay, good. Grab that. It'll stabilize. It's YouTube. YouTube be YouTube sometimes. You can't do anything. You just gotta, like, let YouTube be YouTube. And eventually it'll hopefully sort itself out. Okay, good. Alright, let's grab this for safety. Alright, let's get the bracer. Let's grab this. Alright, we got Labora, so that should be, in theory, pretty good. Alright, let's go. Did you see that upgrade? That was a pretty good upgrade. Alright, let's see. Okay, cool. Hopefully YouTube will just behave itself. Alright, let's get this chest. It's like, I can't really change the time that I stream at. I wish I could, because I wouldn't stream at this time anymore. But that's not, like, something I could do. I have, like, responsibilities and stuff that take me away from streaming at, like, a decent, different time. Because, like, 5 p.m. is, like, just terrible. I've noticed lately. There's not much I can do about that. So we'll just kind of rock with YouTube right now. Hopefully it'll fix itself. Alright. Let's go. Attract orb. Alright. Let's get this chest. Eventually it'll pass. It's just YouTube being YouTube. We gotta focus on the game, because I don't even remember literally what I was doing this right now. Grabbing items I don't need to. Alright, let's see. Let's get the knife. Alright. What can I grab that will actually work for this build? The Platinum Whip. Okay, so let's get spinach. Alright, good. Seems to have stabilized. I think. I don't know. Alright. Let's get this chest. Let's go Platinum Whip. Okay, perfect. Let's continue to push this way. I think there was a special chest over that way. Alright. Let's see. Reroll. Reroll. Let's see here. These guys still not with me? I don't know. That's not really the answer. Alright, let's go Wind Whip. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep pushing. Hopefully it'll just fix itself. Because again, I can't, like, I don't have control over that. It's a YouTube thing. Alright, let's go. And the thing is, like, this is like peak hours for YouTube, so like the server just gets slammed from what I'm noticing, particularly where I am. I used to stream years ago at like the morning hours, but I can't stream in the morning. Alright, let's go. I think it like stabilizing there. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna continue to push and upgrade these things, and we'll just kind of ball, right? Alright, let's get. I think like YouTube probably fixed itself hopefully now. It looks like it. So I'm sorry again, like I said, I can't control what a big billion-dollar corporation does. I wish I could, but you know, it's a billion-dollar corporation. You figure they would have their servers and everything like sorted, but they don't. They don't. It's YouTube, get your act together, please. As somebody who loves your platform and wants to continue to stream on your platform, please, 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 YouTube, get your poop sorted. All right, we're back. So anyway, yeah, like I was talking about though, you know, like when it comes to like politics and stuff, it's just I'm mentally drained from constantly hearing about that stuff. So you know, I'll be glad when election season is officially over tomorrow. Until I have to hear about it the next one, which I don't remember. It's probably senators or something. You know? Interesting. So, any of you guys doing anything special? So, Big, how... You're gonna be working in that location, like, for the whole week, you said. Are you gonna, like, tour the town, see the sights, or are you just gonna, like, rest after work? You're gonna hit up the local bars, maybe hit up some restaurants? What are you gonna be doing? Good. Got the upgraded weapon, was his million cut. Okay. Wow, this is actually really good. Look at this. This is making things like super fast. Rune Tracer. Okay, good. Okay, sweet. Gold ring. I don't want that. I just summoned a 4 face of death. That's unfortunate. Let's go Platinum Whip. Good. Pretty good. Discus. No. Let's see here. I'm gonna get Platinum Whip. I'm gonna grab this. I think ideally what we should do is we should grab the empty tome here. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Perfect. Let's grab that. Alright, we got the upgraded whip. See? I told you, YouTube would eventually get its act together, Dread Knights. You just gotta trust the process. Have faith. You know? Clover. Okay, let's go. Let's get some orbs. Perfect. Alright, let's get the Platinum Whistle. In this situation, Flash Arrow, I gotta be careful of the Face of Death. So it could potentially be a problem. If I can stack both bosses together, that would be kind of ideal. I'm gonna get a revive. I'm not gonna go Diminish Anger. Let's get Flash Arrow. Okay, sweet. Let's grab that stuff. Flash Arrow. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Alright. Let's get these orbs and we'll continue your push. Get Flash Arrow, because that's something I want to get. Flash Arrow is a really good evolved weapon when you can do it. Alright, let's go. Okay, we got the upgraded whip. That's very, very good too. Let's get the Clover. Alright, overall, so far so good, I would say. Let's see. Let's get the Clover, because we're trying to get, like, the best upgrade path. So if we do that, we'll be fine. I'll push into the tower a little bit more in a second here. I can show you more of it. Let's get the Clover. Okay, Rune Tracer. I gotta be careful with that Face of Death, because it's kind of, like, getting in my way, which would be bad. Let's get this. I thought we walked into the chest. Apparently we didn't. No, reroll. Let's get this. Every time we level up, we have another item. I gotta go up the staircase. We'll grab a familiar. Take that one. I might get hit by the 4 face of death. It's trying to sneak up on me. Stop trying to creep on me, bro. Alright, let's get that. Alright. Nice, perfect. Let's go Rune Tracer. Hey, let's try to force our way up this way. We're gonna get the Empty Tome because it increases the cooldown here. Alright, sweet. Good, 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 good. Alright, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's see. 6. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice, 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 nice. Is there an up area? There is. Up this corridor to more frights and fears. Dread Knights. And I know some people are probably going to ask if I'm going to be playing Team Fortress 2 after this. I am not. I don't have the time to play Team Fortress 2 today. Because I had to do the makeup stream from yesterday because of the little, like, YouTube scuffy wuffy. Big, I see your Discord, but here's the problem. I can't. I'm in full screen. So thank you. But I can't really see it. To me, everything looks fine on my end. At the moment. I have, like, my phone that's next to me. I don't see any, like... Hopefully everything's fine. Okay. Let's see. Bracer. Good. Let's take some of these guys out. Let's see. Which way am I going? I could go that way. I would prefer to push this way. See if there's any other enemy. Like, if I can go and avoid, like, a major boss fight. I don't think there's a teleport there, though. Okay, let's see. Let's get some orbs. Perfect. Alright, empty tome. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Let's grab that. Let's get the crown. Let's get the crown. Let's get the crown. Alright, let's get this. Okay, so we got the upgrade to the flash arrows, which is millionaire. Something I wish I were right now. We also got the upgrade to no future. That's a little bit bleak. How dare the game tell me I don't have a future? Everybody has a future, I suppose. Let's randomize everything. Alright, so I'm forced to go into that boss fight. Oh, that's gonna be fun to deal with. It's okay. Happy accident, right? You know, modern problems require modern solutions, like my good friend Countess Crucible always says. Get as much of this coinage as we can. I should have gone back for the chest, but it's too late. I already committed to this, so I have to. Let's just push and fight the boss. Okay, sweet. Oh, those enemies just came out of nowhere. Little jerks. Okay. I guess we have to stand by where Labor is for the moment. And just try to take him out that way. Does that guy have, like, a little follower with him? It looks like it. What a norm. Okay. Still good. Still good. Still good. Alright. Now we're perking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're really, truly cooking. Oh, we got rid of him super fast. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I want to go back for this chest, but it'd be kind of foolish because I'd have to fight through the sea thing. Probably rest after... Probably... Why does this heart keep popping up on my phone? Stop trying to give me a heart. Let's see what you said. Probably rest after work. This mountain is absolutely terrible work. You're actually working on a mountain? An actual mountain? Do you have, like, your computer and stuff with you? Or you don't, right? You have, like, your rig at home? Discard candy box. Oh, that's so tough based on the weapons that we have. Nothing really amazing that I can do with it. So axe, do I have the bracers? Pick up the cross. Okay, I grabbed a whole bunch of weapons I didn't actually want, but the game forced me to do it. Cross. Sweet. Cross. I don't really want any of these things, but I'm like walking into them, so I have to grab them. That might kill me. I think I just walked into a red death. Alright, let's get this chest. Free shurikens, so that's a plus there. Let's see, I'm gonna go across here. There's like devil around me literally threatening. Ideally what I wanted to do is I wanted to go up that way and push a little bit further. I think we could maybe sneak an boss in, maybe potentially. I'm not 100% sure. Right, let's see. Let's get a Milo lift. Okay. Let's get shurikens. Let's get this chest. Hopefully it'll be good. Actually, let's not grab the chest yet. Because you know what I want to do? I want to max out the levels on a weapon, and then from there we can go across shuriken. In this case, shuriken again. Oh, the game almost trolled me. We got to a 30-minute time limit, though. What was it going to give us? Oh, it was going to give us an upgraded weapon, so that's cool. Okay, sweet. Alright, nice. Could probably grab this chest, too. I think we're going to be ending pretty soon. I think I'm not going to do more runs after this one. Alright, let's go. Okay, good. Let's take them out. Let's take them out. Okay, sweet. We got rid of the egg. I still can't kill Red Duff, though. Oh, he got me out. Okay, there was that. Wait. Alright, sweet. Let's see here. How much time do we got left? I was gonna go a little bit longer, but if YouTube's being YouTube, I think probably the best thing is we don't let YouTube be YouTube for whatever reason. And it looks like YouTube is being YouTube. So I had a couple of announcements that I was gonna make before I ended stream, so I'm gonna do that hopefully if YouTube lets me. So the first announcement that I wanted to make is one, I'm gonna try to focus on bringing back, like I mentioned earlier on stream, a couple of games that I know a lot of people know me for. So like I will probably play more Diablo, not too distant future. Maybe I'll even download Diablo 4 and try to like give it a chance. Then on top of that, I will probably try to play some Monster Hunter in the future. I can't promise Wild stream for a while, because, you know, it's just kind of one of those things that's a situation out of my control. For various different reasons I can't go into. But I will hopefully be able to discuss that in the future. On top of that, the second announcement is that I made this announcement also on like social media and stuff. I am gonna be like moving away from like the VTuber community. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like obviously use my model. That doesn't mean like that I'm going to not do the things that I'm doing concurrently. It just means like I'm not gonna be pushing any of the VTuber aspects on this like channel. I'm not gonna be like going to other people's VTuber streams anymore. I'm not really going to be interacting with our VTubers on social media. I'm basically just going to be kind of like how I was in year one, where I just or year one and year two, where I'm just like my own YouTube channel operating here by myself on my lonesome. Before I even really knew that there was many other VTubers out there, like when I was doing this originally, the only other VTuber I ever knew of was the now retired Senzawa. That was the only ever like VTuber I ever seen. So, you know, I'm gonna kind of go back to that thing where wait, there's other VTubers? No, they're not. They don't exist in the Dread connected universe, I guess. And the reason for that, really, I've mentioned this before, is just I feel like lately, um, you know, I feel like lately when it comes to like the VTuber community, it's been quite like toxic and unpleasant, and I really don't want to like kind of like deal with that type of stuff anymore. You know, because it's always like some type of drama, or there's like some type of issue, or there's something like you can't sit at this person's table, or you can't sit here. And it's like I talked about this a bit. I have mentioned it and alluded to it on stream. It is kind of like, how do you put it? Mean Girls, the movie, a lot, and that's very like, I don't know what's the word I would be looking for. It's a lot of, you know, it's kind of disheartening, right? So I feel like in those type of situations, the best thing to do is just to kind of like do you and stay. I don't want to use the expression "stay in your own lane" because I used that a long time ago, and I apparently upset like a friend of mine by doing that, which it's a shame, you know, when stuff like that happens, that you upset somebody because of words that are like taken out of context, I suppose. Um, you know, so there's that. So anyway, like I usually have a here before I like sign off, usually a bit of like a goodbye message that I usually say, where I say like thanks, I appreciate it, and there's another part to that, right? But because of the situation and stuff, like not situation, but I'm gonna be changing my sign off from now on. Because I'm just gonna kind of tell you guys something. Like, when I usually do that sign off of thanks, I appreciate, most importantly, I appreciate you. It was always kind of referencing a friend of mine that was a very, for a while, at least for the last like 2 years, a big supporter of mine. Um, you know, here on the YouTube channel. They were a supporter, a very good friend. We're kind of not friends, I guess you could say, anymore, and we're not really on talking terms. So every time that I have to say the, and most importantly, I appreciate you part, uh, kind of makes me sad, because I think back on stuff like that. So, anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that YouTube is being YouTube again. I don't have control over that. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for lurking with me. I do greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all for the next one. Till next time, guys.